The Crusade. When you men of eloquence have stunned each other with your words, we the soldiers will have to face it out. An ambitious project, some of the script is in iambic pentameter, which highlights the possibilities for historical adventure. Imaginative, with a fine cast, the appearance of Julian Glover was the first flowering of Doctor Who's guest star policy, and a very adult storyline. Despite a dose of misogyny, with torture and beatings on screen, the script manages to avoid racism, presenting Arabic culture with integrity. The Space Pirates. The model work and music almost stand comparison with Gerry Anderson's series, but The Space Pirates is padded with laboured comedy and some horrible American accents. It ends like an episode of Scooby-Doo, with a bad joke and lots of forced laughter. Despite this, it is possible to see the first real emergence of Robert Holmes's gift for characterization and engaging plot. Carnival of Monsters. TV naturalism crawls into a hole and dies in Robert Holmes's witty and knowing wink at his audience. Carnival of Monsters is a parody of television and its viewers. Phrases such as, "Who's going to pay good credits to see a blob in a snowstorm?" and "Our purpose is to amuse, simply to amuse, nothing serious, nothing political," are pointers in this direction, as is Vorg's assertion that Drashigs are great favourites with the children. Carnival of Monsters retains the cheeky power of its initial broadcast. The Androids of Tara. K9, you old sea dog. Wonderful. Doctor Who as heroic romance, with plenty of swashbuckling, wit and colour. The final duel particularly is blissful. Baker at the height of his powers, suggesting that the Doctor's foolishness is a modest cover for his real abilities. One of the great things about this story is the small stakes. Who will be king of one planet? Only one person, Lamia, is killed, and that's an accident, allowing Count Grendel, a superb villain, to get a suitably sequel-hunting exit. Summary and charming. Kinder. The Trees Have No Mercy. One of the best Doctor Who stories ever. Astonishingly directed and written as a theatrical piece brimming with allusions and parallels. It's also got a direct and unsilly performance from Simon Roos, and a thoughtful one from Nerys Hughes. It's not really an allegory, as unusually for Doctor Who, it's a very original piece of genuine science fiction. It's about boxes. The healing device that cures colonialism, the tank that the colonists wander about in, the pigeonholes where they want to put the kinder, and male-female relationships, with the Doctor the only man wise enough to know he's foolish. But then, what do we know? One of us liked the creature from the pit. The Mark of the Rani. A script with a simple plot, a doctorish doctor, and whimsy rather than sadism. Quite a novelty in this season. The dialogue's overblown, but the concept of the Rani mocking the ridiculous Master-Doctor rivalry is wonderful. The Doctor's inspection of the inside of the Rani's TARDIS is one of the few great scenes of this era. Both the direction and the music are superb, though the interiors look oddly artificial. Altogether, rather more impressive than its reputation. Delta and the Bannermen. Confident, slick, and hugely enjoyable from beginning to end, Delta and the Bannermen isn't grim, gritty, or cynical, and is thus tremendously adult. It roars with new style. This is the first real hint of McCoy's Doctor, dancing awkwardly with Ray, hugging a Stratocaster, confronting Gavrok, and threatening the Bannermen. Langford is actually great in this, a very human story of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Even Ken Dodd's okay. But who told Don Henderson to play it so straight?